Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because, as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. It's funny, I was just thinking that he actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
What if the perfect picture of Trump's marriage was nothing but a facade? Robert De Niro just exposed shocking truths on live TV that sent Trump spiraling, and Melania's silence speaks volumes. What's really going on behind closed doors? Before we move on, I would like you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Robert De Niro has never been shy about his feelings toward Donald Trump. The Academy Award winner has thrown shade at Trump so many times over the years that it's almost like clockwork. But this time, he didn't just take a jab. Nope, he swung for the fences. What he said on live TV wasn't just another insult. It struck a nerve so deep that Trump couldn't help but unravel in real time. So what exactly made this moment stand out?
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him. There's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see ever. He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler.
Picture this. De Niro, the legendary actor who made the phrase, "Are you talking to me?" iconic, sitting comfortably in a late-night interview. His charm is undeniable, but there's always that sharp edge when he's talking politics, especially when Trump's name pops up. De Niro has built a second reputation beyond his acting career, one as a no-holds-barred Trump critic. So, when he opened his mouth this time, people braced themselves. What came out wasn't just typical Trump bashing. It was surgical, cutting in ways you wouldn't expect from an 80-year-old man known for gangster films. De Niro hinted at secrets in Trump's personal life, focusing particularly on his marriage with Melania. He didn't spell anything out, no claims, no details. Yet the way he teased it made everyone lean in closer. His exact words were, "You know, you see someone's home life, their real home life, and you can tell a lot."
We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said
A lot worse names than that.
He's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is. And this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
That's it. That's all he said. No juicy details, no big revelations, but it landed like a bomb. It was vague and subtle, but the kind of vague that allows everyone watching to fill in the blanks. And given the endless rumors already swirling about the Trump's relationship, De Niro didn't need to say anything else. He let the public imagination do the rest. Here's the genius of it. By being intentionally vague, De Niro sidestepped the need to back up his comments with details. There's no statement to fact check here, which makes it toxic for Trump, who's already dealing with countless accusations about everything under the sun. Add to that the fact that De Niro's words leaned hard into the long-standing speculation about Trump and Melania, how they interact in public, her refusal to hold his hand, her frosty facial expressions. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire that's already crackling. The real fireworks started when Trump heard about it. If there's one thing the former president can't stand, it's being mocked, especially when the topic hits a sore spot. He didn't take long to storm onto Truth Social, his social media platform, where he went full blast. You'd think he'd keep it calm and collected, but nope. Instead, he lobbed personal insults at De Niro, calling him washed up and accusing him of being a third-rate actor. It was classic Trump, loud, aggressive, and completely over the top. But even more than the insults, it was the speed and fury of his reaction that caught people's attention. Clearly, De Niro wasn't just another celebrity critic to him. This one hit different. For someone who prides himself on being untouchable, Trump's reaction came across as anything but. He didn't just attack De Niro, he spiraled. It was defensive, almost frantic, as if those vague comments about his marriage struck a chord he thought no one else could hear. The digs at De Niro's career, the angry truth posts, they all screamed, "You got me!" This wasn't just about saving face, it seemed desperate, even unhinged. Kind of like De Niro had found the exact crack in Trump's armor and subtly poked at it until it shattered. What makes this even more fascinating is what it revealed. Trump has been criticized on just about everything you can imagine. His policies, his tweets, his businesses, his tan, and none of that has ever really gotten under his skin. But the moment someone even breathes a word about Melania or their marriage, it's a full meltdown. For a man who's built his whole brand around being larger than life, this moment exposed just how fragile his personal image actually is. The contrast was almost Shakespearean. Here's Trump losing it over a vague sentence, while De Niro seemed not to have a care in the world. And here's the kicker, Melania, as always, was nowhere to be found. It's like the perfect storm. Trump's reaction was loud, chaotic, impossible to miss. Melania's response, on the other hand, was nothing. Not a word, not a comment, not even a vague appearance to show that everything's fine. That silence only made De Niro's words that much more impactful. The more Trump ranted, the more Melania's absence turned the whole thing into its own storyline. And let's be honest, in some ways, her silence spoke louder than anything De Niro or Trump could have said. It leaves one big question dangling in the air. Where is Melania in all this? And what does her silence really mean? Because if De Niro's comments lit the match, Melania's vanishing act just turned it into a full-on blaze. Melania Trump has always been a bit of a mystery, but lately, her silence is louder than ever. Years ago, she was a regular fixture by Trump's side, smiling through controversies, standing by him during scandals, and making speeches that somehow always included "be best." Even when people were pointing out how she swatted away his hand in public or looked uninterested in his rallies, she was still there. But now, total radio silence. It's almost as if she has disappeared into thin air, and people are starting to notice. The question on everyone's mind is, why now? Her absence couldn't be more obvious. Trump is ramping up his 2024 campaign, hitting the stage for rally after rally, but the former First Lady is notably missing from all of it. Unlike the political spouses who balance their public image with support for their partner's campaign, Melania has drawn a firm line in the sand. She's reportedly chosen to focus on promoting her book and staying out of the campaign entirely. And let's not forget, while Trump was busy dodging legal troubles and fighting off indictments, she was busy renegotiating her prenuptial agreement. When someone is making financial arrangements just in case, it's safe to say their mind isn't on waving flags at campaign events. What makes this more interesting is a comment from Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, Melania's former advisor. According to her, their entire marriage has been completely transactional. In other words, both parties get something out of it, not love necessarily, but something. Her absence wasn't just poorly timed, it was, as one source put it, timed like a sniper shot. The louder Trump shouts, the clearer it becomes that he can't spin his way out of this one. As the cracks in his personal image grow deeper, it's worth asking, could this silence shift the story of Trump's entire political future?